For those of you that have been to crypto since 2017 or 2021, you've probably been taught and learned on mistakes by studying the wallets of greatest, those that are profiting the most on a crypto. So right now, as it's 2023, we are right in the midterm of the next great bubble, supposedly turning on 2024, 2025. We need to choose the best projects where the money flows. So for this one, we will have a study for today of a holders breakdown. So we'll just discuss over where the money flows in order to position ourselves accordingly. So it's Wall Street Station channel. I'm very glad you decided to pop in, and that's the first part of our presentation, which is called which crypto to choose. So I'm very glad, yes, we can start right now with the first element, that is discussing the situation of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is, I really shouldn't introduce anyone this coin, but for those that are just joining the party, this is the cryptocurrency that was invented in 2008 by supposedly Satoshi Nakamoto, that was one entity or a group of people. And what we may tell right here is that it right after 13 years is up and here with almost unbreakable type of a structure. There is blockchain, and the Bitcoin has become a real benchmark for the whole cryptocurrency sector subsequently. So right now the whole world is having their eyes turned to its possible spot ETF approval. The subject of it has been hyped on the media, and on the press, and that's what may push the price up to the supposed approval somewhere in 2024. That is why many expect that that will be a catalyst to growth, to astronomical growth of this this orange token. So right here you can find that in the holders breakdown, the most significant group is of a token are smallest investors possessing around 0.001 BTC. So it's a right here a kind of a surging group, but consoling fact is that the largest group, called crypto whales, also having an impact and also rose around the bottom of a cycle, especially. So I will just yeah. So you can find right here that. Sorry for that bar at the bottom. So you can find that at the dark red there is also rising group that's called whales. Right now, with Bitcoin, we may study the situation on the chart, and for this one, I wanted to present you the weekly type of a interval. And on a weekly, we can find that we are right now approaching a very important resistance at 33K, and that's the level that have been rejected along with 32.71. So it's something that may prompt us to a question whether this growth is sustainable, as this largest rising group of new investors are the smallest one. So it will be hardly to push the price forward, just barely standing on the smallest group of investors. However, as I would say, maybe those whales are waiting for another dump, maybe in the area of somewhere of 2021, 22, and that might be the level where those whales may increase and accelerate their exposure. So that's why BTC USDT right now is in the spotlight of many of a regulated market, and many are waiting for the spot ETF approval, and it may spark the next bull run. But for the time being, we are jumping back to our next coverage, that is Ethereum. So Ethereum's journey from 2015 to 2023 showcased many pivotal moments. There were many folks, there were many problems, but Ethereum and Ethereum development team is absolutely great. There are more than hundreds developers that are actively changing into the upgrading code. There were many dApps, many decentralized applications have been run on the structure, and among them there was Cryptocurrencies that was really stealing the show back in 2020 and 2021. And also highlighted NFT interest, and the need for scalability right now is surging again with this demand skyrocketing. That's why many of those two layers type of solutions is about to also have its important role in a ecosystem. Also, Ethereum had its real spotlight time when CME Group's introduction took place. Ethereum futures demonstrated its growing role in traditional finance right after those ETFs been launched, and right now there's a chance for Ethereum to bridge the gap between traditional and crypto markets by also ETF spot getting launched after Bitcoin, but it's still a speculation one. If we just look at the breakdown of investors right now, we need to just hide this bar once again. So we can find right here that the largest group rising is the smallest investor, but also catching up is the one that is possessing 0.01 to 0.1 ETH. That also has risen significantly during latest boom on Ethereum since January, and the smallest group that is right now observed is the dark red. That's the whales, but still there are at the significant level. The one that is lowering its engagement is the one that are possessing from 0.1 to 1 ETH. That's supposedly due to higher transaction fees that normally not really lucrative to have that amount of tokens that where the amount of fees took even up to 0.1 ETH. It literally have eaten the portfolio. That type of amount fees have eaten the portfolio of the type of investing group. So that's about Ethereum. Right now we are jumping to the chart for this, and we are having ETH USDT, and we can find right here that we have broken this supposed Livermore cylinder. That's the one that should push us to $3,000, but we haven't managed, and that's why we will start supposedly slide a bit lower, and the next important level is 13.80, and we may stop somewhere even maybe we will get stopped somewhere around 1500 if this support will remain crucial we have around right here the supposed demand zone having been seated at around 1500s. So it's about Ethereum. Right now we are jumping to our next token, that is a Chainlink. It's a proxy, literally proxy to decentralized and centralized world when it offers oracles to the structure. Right now Chainlink price feeds also are live on Base, that's a blockchain of Coinbase. So we can find that the role of Chainlink in the whole crypto ecosystem is absolutely unprecedented due to its, I would say, very important role in having a first video in many of crypto structures. So Chainlink is unlocking a secure decentralized finance ecosystem for many of projects. Also, we had a very great news that among top 10 chains ranked by GitHub commits, Chainlink recently took third place and subsequently fifth. So that's a very actively developed blockchain. In terms of its development, CCIP took place on 20th of July, and it allows many of crypto investors to develop its cross-chain and interoperability type of structures. So it's absolutely important for the whole sphere. When looking at the holders breakdown, we can find that the holders with over 100 links has rose, so it's absolutely important. But the one of a group that is possessing from 1 to 10 million links has dropped. So it's the one thing that I would say it's kind of bothering. But we will just have a look at the chart, and for this one I'm sending you to link USDT, and right on a weekly chart we are in a not very good structure called descending triangle. That's what called descending triangle. At least the upper band looks like it may get formed, but we still haven't got a second drop and second validation to set a boundary, the lower boundary of this descending triangle. Right here, however, we have a strong demand zone sit around $5, so it should be defensive area where we look for another bounce from there. As I said, the protocol is developed actively. That's why I do expect this to bounce very in an imminent time manner. So we are jumping to our next token, that is a Binance coin, and Binance coin is the native cryptocurrency of the Binance cryptocurrency exchange, and that's the one that was the biggest gainer since 2021 by now. So it means it delivers value. BNB can be used to pay for trading fees on the Binance platform, and that's a very important utility. As we do know, the Binance exchange is the one of the most important, if not the most important, in the world in terms of cryptocurrency space. And Binance coin also has found use in various blockchain applications, including as a means of payment and a bridge asset for trading and other decentralized platforms. So looking at the structure of holders, right here we can find that the amount of those that are larger players have decreased recently due to regulatory issues, but still we have a rising level of those that are possessing above 10 BUSD, but it's for BUSD, so it's a stable coin type of a token. I didn't find the breakdown for the Binance coin itself, but BUSD as a kind of a mirror of Binance coin is showing that the interest among smaller type of group is rising sustainably. Right now, let's jump to BNB USDT, and this token is showing a still resiliency, but lately we had with this Bitcoin's drop a kind of slide, but we are sitting at a very important support at around 204. That's where we found a local bottom, and we are trying to defend ourselves from further rise. However, this structure showing the possible path for Binance to reach its yearly lows, and I would say yes, that's the level of 187. That's why I'm looking for a buying opportunity right there. All right, so we are jumping from Binance coin to next token, that is Litecoin, and Litecoin was this childly created token in 2011 as a fork of the Bitcoin blockchain, and it's often referred to as a silver compared to Bitcoin's gold. That's what I often remind in our transmissions, and due to its similarities in technology and other types of facilities and utilities, and it's all very often been tracked by Bitcoin investors as the one that is leading the way in price, at least in some type of a similarity, and this time Litecoin completed a halving event, and since last halving, total addresses doubled, active addresses has tripled, and the number of daily transactions quadrupled. So it's absolutely astounding amount of progress. However, that was noted in relation to what happened in 2019. Anyway, in a 4-year time of progress time, it's still decent type of a growth. If we just look at the holders breakdown, we can find right here that those tokens that those wallets that have the lowest exposure are rising significantly, but those with lower time, I would say, are in a kind of a plateau. That's why that's also concerning for the largest holders. When looking at the chart of Litecoin, we can find that we have broken this ascending triangle after this halving process, and as expected, we are right now reaching this middle of volume profile, very significant value for volume profile type of a market structure. And afterwards, after reaching that bottom, we may see another catalyst rising the price higher. Before that, I would expect Litecoin to slide a bit lower to at least 53 bucks, but on a weekly chart, the strongest area of support sits at around 47 bucks. All right, so we are jumping right now to our next token that is called Stellar, and Stellar is a decentralized blockchain platform that is designed to facilitate fast and low-cost cross-border also transactions. It was created in 2014 by Jet McCaleb that also had some impact on Ripple, cryptocurrency that by many is hated, but undoubtedly it achieved a high of a success. So right now, Stellar is still a prominent player in the world of cross-border payments and financial inclusion. Also, taking into consideration that it bought a minority stake in MoneyGram, financial regulated type of institution. So I would say regulator type of a actions for Stellar are not uncharted waters, and as I don't have the breakdown of long-term investors right here, you can find it values of Reddit subscribers and Twitter followers are at the plateau since 2022. That's why I don't find the Stellar as the a key player in I would say having in this the best possible type of tokens in preparation for the next upcoming bull run. Anyway, but we'll just have a look at the chart XLM to USDT, showing a much of a strength, the bigger than a majority of crypto. We have a very nice spark due to its ripple effect. As we do know, Stellar very often climbs after XRP. That's why many of traders are watching those pairs simultaneously. So XLM is still on the path to get to $0.25, but still we need to have a nice reversal right at this level. Otherwise, we'll risk with reaching the bottom of $0.1 yet. All right, so that was Stellar Lumen, and we are jumping to our next great project, MakerDAO. MakerDAO is a decentralized cryptocurrency and governance token within the MakerDAO ecosystem, which is built on the Ethereum blockchain, and it serves, not the window, it serves a key component of the platform's decentralized finance DeFi ecosystem, and created and managed a decentralized stable coin that has its hyped time in a bubble of 2021. Right now, leading crypto I would say intelligence platform, however, has dropped expectations for DAI token in regard of becoming the crucial type of a regulatory ecosystem. It's especially and it's mainly deducted the latest regulatory issues with the whole crypto world by large. So I wouldn't really be afraid of it, as the dark clouds has really covered the whole crypto sphere right now, and when those clouds will fade away, we'll have a supposed another wave of interest of Maker. In terms of holders breakdown, we can find that the biggest entities are sitting at around 0.01 and one maker, and dropping area is at 0.1 to 1 maker. So right now the capital is outflowing, but let's have a look at the charts, and maker to USDT is showing very nice rebound out of its base formed in June and January. So it symbolizes the possible interest among investors, but still we need to have a kind of a bottoming process being delivered in a nice manner in order to verify whether it's sustainable or not. All right, so that's about the maker, and we are jumping to X0X protocol, and that's an open source decentralized exchange protocol built on Ethereum blockchain, and it really enables the peer-to-peer exchange of digital assets, including tokens and cryptocurrencies. So it's used for governance and paying trading fees on decentralized exchanges. So mainly token has a utility, but the question is around whether it's really used. And for this thing, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the breakdown of a structure of holders, and right here you can find that those holders that are possessing over 100 ZIX are in supposed trouble. So it means that also from this token capital is outflowing. But if we just have a look at ZIX to USDT, we'll just we'll just make an insight in what's going on. So with this Web3 and another type of governance mechanism approach, 0x is still a kind of a doggy token, token that is just moving at the slime's pace. So we need another catalyst. However, the social media for 0x are right now in the real slack, and before that happens, before something happens on the chart, we'll need to see the interest, at least in social media sphere. So for now, 0x is at my on my radar, but still there is many things to do. As a next, Zcash. Zcash is a privacy-oriented cryptocurrency that prioritizes confidentiality above all, confidentiality of transactions and user data. It took approach to many of it's very, I would say, crucial cryptographic techniques when sending its transactions, specifically ZK snarks, and it allows it to obscure transaction details, and that's why many of investors, such as Ethereum Foundation and other type of cooperators, even among them there is a JP Morgan Chase, are using the type of confidential transactions. It's also the first blockchain that is leveraging the technology of zero-knowledge proofs to enable this selective transparency. That's why it has a kind of a specific and unique product. But if we just have a look at the breakdown of holders, or rather the social, as I couldn't get to the holders itself, the socials are right now dropping, so it means there is an outflow of an interest amount. Zcash also, if we just study a chart, Zcash to USDT is right now in a real slump. So right here we have a chance to build a double bottoming structure, but still we need a confirmation by rising above 30 bucks. So for now, I'm leaving this another dog type of token, and I will have my eyes turned to something else. And another another token that's very popular lately is Tezos. Tezos is a blockchain designed for smart contracts and decentralized applications, and it features on-chain governance, allowing token holders to participate in decision-making process. Tezos also aims to provide a secure type of environment for developers. That's what they tell. Also having an impact on network security overall, and also is very crucial in decentralized autonomous organizations sector creation. So DAOs are very important aspect that is upgraded by a Tezos community, and that's why we can observe bigger interest in those type of interested users, users interested in the type of utilities. So for now, Tezos in terms of social is rising since October of 2021, but since January, despite its latest improving news on the Tezos structure, the price is in a real trouble. And also, if we just have a look at the chart, XTZ to USDT is also worrisome. There is no chance to recover from here. I would say I'm just zooming in at the screen. So XTZ right now have a chance to rise above $1, but it will really need a much bigger strength from here in order to recoup its prior highs of $8. We would need around 50 times of growth from the level where we are right now. Is it achievable? You may let me know in the comment section below the video or in the chat right now. But anyway, as the times flow, we are going to another token, and that's Cardano. Cardano is the blockchain that is focusing on sustainability and scalability, and also having a strict focus on interoperability. Right now, it gives its users a chance to stake, and also it participates in the. It gives the users the chance to participate in the network's governance offering the ability to shape the future of the structure. There is a very strong community on web, on many social media. That's why I would strictly have my eyes turned to Cardano. But if we just have a look at the breakdown of investors of Cardano, it right now showing us that the largest group is sitting at around 0.0210 ADA, but also the one that is reaching 1K ADA is also kind of large. So it's absolutely worth noting that Cardano has boasted with over 1.3 million Cardano stakers that was started after the Shelly hard fork, and right now the developers are also claiming that Cardano has the most wallets with over 100k with a value of over 100k USD. So if we just have a look at ADA to USDT, we can find that ADA is trying to find a bottom at around 0.25 bucks, and that's why I would stick to the narration that as long as we are sticking to this horizontal line, we'll have a chance to rise above its prior highs. But still, there is not an uptrend. That's why I would really stick clear from ADA to USDT. So as this live is kind of long, it's becoming long, I would cover the last one, Polkadot. This is a multi-chain network that connects multiple blockchains and enabling them to interoperate and share information. That its aim is to create a cross-chain type of a hub for decentralized application where many of structures may communicate with each other. There is also a great community for Polkadot, where among 10 chains ranked by GitHub commits, Polkadot is very often the closest to its top positions. So it's given a real insight in what type of a community it really is. Also, lately we've noticed that there is around 5,000 daily active accounts and 700 to 1,000 daily new accounts. So it's absolutely crashing, even though the market is in a real fatigue. So if we just have a look at ADA to USDT, .USDT, of course, we are finding the bottom right at the 4.39 one, and that's where we may start another rally from here. Also, there is a very important demand area around those levels, and I would have my also watch list created out of the .USDT, and I will await for having built the structure of higher highs, higher lows. Before this, I would really steer clear from any type of tokens. So as you just noticed, as a final thoughts, there are many tokens that are at the very sound foundations, but we are still far from having this trend been formed of high highs, high lows that normally sets the very crucial for investors trend that is also the key to have that sustainable gains. Otherwise, it will be just ups and downs, and it doesn't really get us to any important point where those gains are somewhat sustainable. So that's why I would steer clear from the lower type of low cap altcoins such as Cardano, Polkadot, and other that, even though developing very fast, they will have real trouble with getting new valuation boost. So for now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's it among those that are the most crucial players. However, Maker and Stellar also having its latest greater boost of interest. That's why maybe that will be the one that I will invest in. But for now, without having this sustained higher high, higher lows type of structure, I will just observe it and stay on the sideline. So let me know in the comment section what's your thoughts. This time, that's the part one, so I'm inviting you for the second part on Monday. And have a great weekend, and bye-bye.